we will gently push it and we will make it. And if it's not cut properly, we can use it again so that it will come out very easily like this. Here also we have to do it again, and so that it can come out like this. Okay, so again here we are with this, and this come out very easily and very smoothly. So we will take out of this paper, and now this is the shape we have already. So now our shape is ready. So now we have to start with clay. These things we do it first so that we do not have to, mess our hand in paper again. First we have cut it very cleanly. We will keep it aside. And after that, we will be using this our air dry clay. Since I have already an open packet, so I am going to use that. This is the same clay, and I have white in color. So take out your clay and take some part of it out. If you want to make a big size, you have to take more clay. If you want to make a small, you do not have to take much. So I think for our plate, this is going to be more than enough. And then we will keep it. Then we will keep it back. Then we will keep it back in our bag, because if we leave it open, no, so it is going to dry. So not to make it dry, we will close it and keep it aside so that air cannot pass it. So, and now this is our dough, and we will be making it a big circle like a dough. So like we use in kitchen and all, with the floors. So we will be making it. We can make roll like this, or we can make a round shape by doing this. So once it is done, if you find that your clay is a little dry, so you can use water on your hand and make your hand wet, and then you keep using your clay. So it will not make your clay dry, and it will give more chance to stay wet. So this is what we are doing it. So now, since our dough is ready, what we'll be doing, we will be making we will use our rolling pan to make it like a chapati that we usually make in kitchen. Since it's a clay, so it is not going to be so easy to make like a normal flow, but yes, we can keep rolling it to make a shape. And if you find that there's a place where it is more thick or something, we can roll it over. Okay, now, and it's not necessary to make it circle or something. We just have to roll it so that we can make it flat only. For that, and now we will be seeing, we will keep our the shape we have cut it, we will keep it here, and we will look that if the shape is okay in this, if shape is fitting in this clay, so we will leave it. And if it's not fitting, so we will do make it more flat. Since mine is fitting it very well, we will keep it. And now here come the cutting part. For cutting, we can do directly. We can directly cut, and if not, then we can draw this shape out of the pencil. And if you guys don't have pencil, you can use paper knife as well. And if you don't have paper knife, you can use any sharp object. And if you guys have uh, pottery tools, so there are a tool, it comes for the cutting only, so you can use it as well directly. But since it's very beginner, so I am going to also use for pencil, so that we can draw this shape first, and then we will be cutting from a knife. So we will keep our shape here, leaf that we have just draw, and we will draw it. And the shape we have made, we have to exactly copy it. And it is very easy to copy. We just have to keep it. We will push very gently. And yes, it's almost done. So do you guys draw the shape? If yes, then we can move ahead for the cutting part. And if you do not have paper knife, or you do not have sharp object, you can use this pencil also to cut it like this. Otherwise, you can use your paper knife to cut this. With paper knife, it will become out very easily compared to pencil. Otherwise, if you have this tools, this is made for cutting the clay, so we can use it as well. And it cuts very smoothly, even better than the paper knife. But paper knife also works good. So if you do not have these tools, go with paper knife. It is very good. And if you do not have any paper knife also, no, you can use any sharp object. You can make your pencil sharper, and then you can cut it. Then also it will come out very easily. Yes. So we will be cutting it. And it is very fun to cut. It is very easy to cut, and I like it so much. And when you guys are doing, you will be liking it also, because after once we will complete it, everyone will realize that they have created something. So it actually feels like magic in hand. And if it's not cutting out, then we can use our tool again to make it come out. So it will be coming out very easily. And if anywhere it is not coming out, use your knife again. And remove the excess of clay. So this is the excess of the clay we will be cutting out. And we will keep it back in our bag, so that it will not dry. So we will keep back where our clay has been kept, and then we will make it close, so that the air will not pass in the clay. So you can use that clay again for the other purposes, whatever you want to make it. So now this is our clay we have make it. this is ready. And now what we will do that, if our shape is not better, if in cutting we have done some, if we have make any mistakes or something, so we will take the sponge and we will dip it into the water, a very less water, because the air dry it's already wet, so we will not use much. And if the object is not finished, by side we will be using like this, and we will finish it. So it will be, if your shape is not perfect, or if you have cut something extra, you can remove by doing this. And it is very easy to do. There's no rocket science in it. We just have to gently push it and it will be smoother. We have to put very light pressure of our hand. So now, Asim, if you find it something extra or something, we can cut it out as well. So the surface will be smooth. Like here also, it's something extra, we will cut out and we will keep it aside. Now this is what we have make it. We have made our side smooth, and now we will turn it back, and also we will dip it again. We will dip it again and we will make it smoother. So if there is any object, or if your surface is not clean, you clay may get something unnecessary object. So by doing this, it will be removed. Otherwise, when we will complete it, it will be here in the clay. That's why we do this process from the both sides to make it smooth. And so now our clay cutting has been done. Our clay cutting has been done. So now the shape is like the leaf-like shape, okay? But I find it seems a little boring. So to make it interesting, what we are going to do, we are going to draw a leaf-like, we are going to give it a leaf-like textures, okay? So for that, we are going to make very easy texture today. We will make it a line like leaf has. Yes. And don't worry, it's not necessary to make it perfect line or something, because we are giving a texture here. So by doing this, we will, if we are making a imperfect life also, then that's very okay, because when it comes to texture and when we paint it and when we'll give it a finish touch, no, it seems very beautiful. So you guys do not need to be worried that if the shape is not good or something. So here, this is the first line. So side by side, I am going to make lines so that it will not only create interest, but also looks beautiful. It will create a very beautiful texture. And if you guys have made another shape, you can give design like that also. And yes, and you guys can give texture as well. By one side, I'll be giving that texture as well. So here I am making leaf, and the next uh, here I am making leaf like this. Yes. And this side, I will be giving texture. So this is our and air dry clay takes a little time to dry. So for drying purpose, we have to leave it for a little longer compared to normal clay.
Ma'am, if you can keep the leaf in the center, please, in a bit center.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Now is it
please.
visible?
Slide towards the right, left of
Okay.
your side, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit more left.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Now is it
yeah,
visible to everyone?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. So this is I have drawn the leaf. Okay. Yes. So one side I have drawn the leaf, the other side I'll be giving the texture. You guys can give texture of anything, any object you have. If you do not have, you can keep drawing the same pattern we have drawn. But I am going to give this beautiful texture, seems like a feather type. So that is what I am going to give. And for that, I just have to keep it here and push it very gently. And by pushing it, then we will, and now the texture has been created. So this is what I am going to do on all and everywhere, so that it will looks like a texture. And also we can give 3 or 4, or we can repeat it over and over, so it will create a texture over texture, so that will also look very beautiful. Or we can leave like this as well. So there is the texture. And don't worry if you find that if you're giving texture to any object, it is bigger or something, then don't worry, you just have to give it on the space. And if you want, you can give this texture to both sides. But I find it a little more interesting that it has a shape of leaves and also a texture little bit. So I find it more interesting it. That's why I do this. And while we are giving the texture, no, so our surface will be um, uneven. So for that, we have to again make it smooth as we have done it earlier with sponge. And you can give texture of anything. You can give texture of peacock feathers as well. That also looks good. And here my texture is a little light, so I am going to press again here so that it seems. And we will remove like this. And by doing that, our surface has been a little uneven. So we will take our sponge, we will wet into the water, a very little water, and then we will do it as we have done earlier to make it smooth. And if you do not want to smooth at this time, that also okay. Once it is dry, we can make it smooth by a sandpaper also. So yes, but when if we are doing then it is going to take a lot of time compared to this. At this time, it can be smooth very easily and very effortlessly. So for the inner part, we just have to push it very gently. Yes. So that's what we will be doing. Now it is much more smoother, and it has leaves one side, it has texture one side. We can make both side leaves pattern, we can make texture on both side, we can get anything. So whatever you want. And if you had make some other shape, we can give you can give texture according to that. And now here the time comes for giving it a shape. We can give if you have any bowl or any particular kind of shape, you can use that. And if you do not have, you can gently push uh, it up, and you can keep a sponge or paper or towel to give it a shape. But today we will be giving in bowl. So I have many bowls. So I am showing you that how we can get texture in every bowl. We will gently use it, we keep it in our hand. We'll keep our bowl here and we will put inside. We'll gently keep it and we will not press it. Give a little push, a very little, so that it can take the shape of leaf like this. But you think that this is the leaf size, leaf shape of pot, and you cannot use it, you do not have, so you do not have to worry that you do not have, so the leaf shape will not come. Just take it simply out, and I am going to show you that you can use it any other bowl as well. Like another bowl I have made out of clay, so we will be using this, we can use this as well to give shape to it. Again, we will put it very gently, so that very gently, we will not put too much force, otherwise it can break as well. So this is the shape also you can give, and if you don't want to give this shape, that's also okay. We can remove it as well, and we can use any other bowl. Like this is the bowl. It is available at every house, and if it's not there, we can also keep it side. So it will take the side, since this is a bigger bowl, so it has already taken, so we do not have to push or something. But if you don't, if you think that you do not have this or this kind of ball, so you can take out any any utensils, and from the back side of it we can gently keep it. But assure that since my bowl has texture, so I'm not going to leave it here, otherwise we can leave it here as well, and it is going to take shape of it. But since it has texture, but I have already given the texture, I am taking out again out of it, and I will not keep here as well. And uh, if you have any plates or something, that also you can use like this. I have shown you, I have shown this to you. We can use this as well to give shape, like this also. It has kept it, and we will gently push so that it can go on the surface. So now I'm going to leave it like this, and it is going to take the shape of it. It almost take 12 to 13 hours to take shape of it, and then it will start drying. So as soon as it dried out, it will be complete in this shape. And once the shape is it is in the shape, it has been dried, we can decorate by painting, by glazing, and everything. So that's what we have made it. So this is how we have kept it, and we will leave it aside. Once it has been drawn, we can make we can paint it, we can glaze it, we can varnish it. So there are lots of things that we can do. So I think you guys must have enjoyed making it. So that's how we make a leaf plate. And there are so many things we can do here. Like we can paint here, we can use acrylic paints in it, we can give texture to it. Yes, glazing is done by, it's a very long, it is a very long process of the glazing. Glazing is something, glazing also you have to bake it. So for baking it, and it is not advisable to do it in your home. You have to do it under someone who has already done it, because glazing is what the chemicals glazing has is a little poisonous. So you have to be very careful. and it is going to take almost 24 hours to get fully dry. It is it's not going to be or it even 12 to 13 hours it is going to take the shape of it. Once then all you can take out of your bowl, and then almost 24 or more than 24 hours to get dry, because the season is winter season is going on. And if someone is from south or somewhere, then it can dry easily, because there would be not this much winter time. Yes, yes, Sarah.